You know, I had this crazy haircut, so I'd look in the mirror and I would see Danny, and it was tough, but I found my ways to deal with it.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most heartbreaking times actors paid a hefty price to bring their television characters to life.
I was standing too close to a special effects explosion, and it resulted in tinnitus.
Number 10, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana. The Flowers singer taught a generation to love themselves just as they are.
It's just that I knew that you were so in love with Hannah that I was afraid that maybe you might
be in love with you.
However, the TV show she promoted these values through, Hannah Montana, had the complete opposite effect on the young actress. During an appearance on the Rock This with Allison Hagendorf podcast, Cyrus revealed that the show gave her an identity crisis. Playing the dual role of Miley, an ordinary teen, and Hannah, a pop star, left her questioning her worth when the curtain fell.
The concept was that when I looked like myself, when I didn't have the wig on anymore, that no one cared about me.
She even admitted that the importance she placed on external validation led her to create a, quote, characterized version of herself. Additionally, she once opened up to Marie Claire about developing body dysmorphia from the beauty standards imposed on her while playing the blonde sensation. She deserved better.
It's a lot to put on a kid to have them have to go get their makeup done and then also balance school and then also have me dress up, you know, in a wig as a kid is a little weird.
Number 9, Mandy Patinkin, Criminal Minds. When it comes to police procedural dramas, few titles can rival the success of the CM franchise. However, for actor Mandy Patinkin, who played Jason Gideon in the first 3 seasons of the show, the job was nothing short of a nightmare.
Psychiatric evaluations will show a history of paranoia stemming from a childhood trauma, death of a parent or family member.
In his role as Gideon, a senior supervisory special agent in the FBI, Patinkin was front and center for most of the gritty action in the narrative. This meant he was regularly dealing with disturbing content, even if it was fictional.
If the eyes were so they could watch the attack, why are they all facing away from it? In that position, they couldn't see him during. He wanted them to see him afterward.
In an interview with New York Magazine, he said this experience was destructive to his soul and personality. The show had such a devastating effect on him that he called being a part of it his biggest public mistake.
16 hours a day, 9.5 months a year was destroying my heart and soul. It was very, very destructive to me.
Number 8, Christina Applegate, Dead to Me.
Excuse me, how do you forgive someone who hits your husband with their car and then drives away, leaving him to bleed to death on the side of the road? How do you forgive that?
Her sublime performance as grieving widow Jen Harding in Liz Feldman's tragic comedy earned her 3 Emmy nominations. However, the accolades didn't come easy. The exploration of grief in Dead to Me dug up past pain for Applegate, which she harnessed for her role. It was a testament to her dedication as an actress, and the process even felt cathartic, in Christina's own words.
It was my soul actually falling apart and, you know, unfortunately in front of the world, but it was cathartic in a beautiful way.
That said, she needed therapy after filming wrapped up, just to process her resurfaced trauma. The actress doesn't seem to have negative feelings toward the project, though. On the contrary, she's glad to have been able to heal from her heartbreak through it.
Yes, we're doing a job, but when you have to go to these places that the show's requiring us to go to, it's not BS.
Number 7, Penn Badgley, You. From the moment Joe Goldberg appeared on our TV screens looking suave and talking smooth with bloodlust in his eyes, we knew we had a villain extraordinaire on our hands.
Hello. Do you work here?
Guilty. Can I help you find something?
Paula Fox?
It's a good choice.
Penn Badgley's performance as Joe was highly acclaimed from start to finish. However, he wasn't a fan of his character. In fact, he was far from thrilled about taking on the role in the first place. Penn even said playing Joe was, quote, routinely exhausting, and admitted to not enjoying most parts of him.
He's a pretty reprehensible guy, and you start to discover his true motives pretty early on, like 8 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
He's a guy who's capable of stalking. He's a guy who's capable of murders.
As You became more and more popular, the Gossip Girl star's hatred for Joe became increasingly evident. Be it in interviews or on social media, he strongly advised fans against romanticizing the serial killer.
I struggled greatly with the conflict of playing such a guy and him being partly so likable and people having such a, as we say, thirsty response to him.
Number 6, Elizabeth Olsen, Sorry for Your Loss. The WandaVision actress chose a particularly challenging project for her executive producing debut. It was a show called Sorry for Your Loss, in which she stars as Lee Shaw, a woman mourning the untimely death of her husband.
I hate running into someone I haven't seen in a long time, and I know they know he's dead. But we have an entire conversation, and they never bring him up. They never say they're sorry.
Not only was the subject matter emotionally demanding, but her schedule as both an actress and an EP made the experience especially hard. Speaking to Couture, she revealed that juggling various responsibilities was tiring and left her feeling erratic and wound up.
I was going through a transition in my life that didn't have anything to do with death, but had to do with a life, like kind of a big life change.
The fact that she is a perfectionist did not help her situation. After the wrap-up, Olsen had to resume therapy and took up yoga to unwind.
Like when the memory starts to become hazy and stops being specific, that's almost scarier because you've already lost a person physically and now you're losing them in your memory.
Number 5, Olivia Cooke, Bates Motel.
How long have you lived here?
About 5 years. My dad was a professor in Manchester.
He was a professor?
Yeah, but he wanted to spend time just focusing on taking care of me.
House of the Dragon made her a global phenom, but her rise to superstardom didn't come without its fair share of hardships. Olivia Cooke's breakout role as Emma Ducote in Bates Motel pushed her into depression. It was partly due to isolation, as the England-born actress was living in Canada during the filming period. She only had to show up to set once every 2 weeks, and being too young to drink, it was hard for her to make new friends.
I guess he told her not to tell you, but she was worried. She didn't know she should tell you anyway, so she told me. And I'm telling you, I'm sorry.
On top of that, she was feeling the pressure of her budding career, which she had been on a non-stop grind for. By 2016, she was in the middle of a, quote, full mental breakdown. Thankfully, she recovered over time.
Then I just froze and just stayed really, really quiet all day, and everyone thought it was really weird. So I just kind of stay in this.
Number 4, Nicole Kidman, The Undoing. Drawing clear lines between reality and fiction is a challenge virtually all actors face. Some master the art of separation, while others struggle to shed their characters after the camera stops rolling. Nicole Kidman falls in the latter category.
Maybe he has touched someone, maybe he hugged someone because he cares, and that does not mean that he's some...
While working on the prestige drama The Undoing with Hugh Grant, the trauma of her character Grace Fraser turns into physical discomfort for the Oscar winner. Grace's emotional turmoil caused by her husband's involvement in a murder case created uneasiness in Nicole's personality.
It's just such an extraordinary thing.
Yeah.
A lot of it is shot right here, so there's no faking anything. It's got to be felt.
Her immune system took a hit, as though she were living through Grace's experiences in real life. She was so unwell that she had to take a week-long break to recuperate.
It's not all tied up in a neat bow, which I find very truthful. But I've moved on, or have I?
Unfortunately, she had a similar experience while filming her 2018 film Destroyer. Number 3, Tom Holland, The Crowded Room. When Akiva Goldsman was creating a psychological thriller loosely based on the life of Billy Milligan, he had only one person in mind for the lead role. It was Tom Holland.
Where am I?
Danny?
Who are you? I would like to leave now. I would like to leave now.
As Goldsman expected, Holland delivered a phenomenal performance as the troubled Danny Sullivan, while also executive producing the show. The filming took place during COVID-19 and was a grueling process.
The time it took to make the show, producing the show, shooting in New York, dealing with the issues that come with that, it was tough. It was really tough. I mean, the show really broke me.
However, what disturbed Tom was not physical exhaustion. It was how Danny was starting to seep into his real life. The Spider-Man Homecoming actor found it hard to leave his character behind, so much so that he even considered shaving his head just to disengage from Danny.
The weight of the show, the responsibility of Akiva's story, the schedule was just getting too much, and I'm lucky that I'm in a stage in my career that when I ask for help, I get it.
His experience prompted him to take a year off to focus on his mental health. Number 2, Zendaya, Euphoria.
So tell me the truth right now. Where were you?
Mom, I don't want to have to tell you everything that's going on in my life. If you want to drug test me, just drug test me.
Rue Bennett is one of the most complex and beloved characters in the realm of teenage dramas. However, breathing life into her was no easy task for Zendaya, who won several awards for her performance, including 2 Emmys and a Golden Globe. The actress became deeply attached to her character, which made it difficult for her to tackle challenging moments like Rue's breakdown in Euphoria Season 2.
You know, I have a lot of regrets in my life. But I gotta tell you, Jules, meeting you has got to be at the top of my f***ing list.
While she was mentally aware that she was acting, her body was not, and so exhaustion took over. It wasn't just physical either. Her genuine empathy for Rue meant she was emotionally struggling too. Thankfully, she had a healthy and supportive work environment, which made her feel safe, Z told Elle Australia.
It's very hard. We're kind of still stuck in it, I think. And it's not just the baggage of the weight of the show, but it's also just we truly enjoyed each other's company, and we all love each other and we care about each other.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. David Schwimmer, Friends. The show's immense fame made him wary of being seen.
No, there were waves where, you'd hit like a wall creatively, and at least I would at times, and be like, wow, I need a break. I wish I could go off and do a play for 4 months.
William Shatner, Star Trek. An explosive accident on set is said to have given him tinnitus.
There were days when I didn't know whether I would survive the agony. I was so tormented by the screeching in my head. I really thought I wouldn't be able to go on, but then a ray of light burst into my life.
Virginia Hay, Farscape. Playing the demanding role of Zahn gave her kidney bleeding, worsened by lack of sleep.
Why have you,
Imprisoned? Because on my homeworld, even among my kind, I was something of an anarchist. Actually, I was the leading anarchist.
Evan Peters, Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. The titular role required frequent weight changes and left the star uncomfortable.
Honestly, I was very scared about all of the things that he did, and diving into that and trying to commit to that was absolutely going to be one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, because I wanted it to be very authentic.
Hugh Laurie, House. The eponymous character had a limp, and portraying it affected the actor's knees IRL.
What about this?
What are you doing?
Is this in my head? Because I could swear I remember a thigh muscle being here.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Sophie Turner, Game of Thrones.
You're going to die tomorrow, Lord Bolton. Sleep well.
Sansa Stark grew up in front of our very eyes in GOT. So did Sophie Turner, who played the character. Some of the most heartbreaking scenes of assaults against Sansa were filmed when Sophie was underage. She could hardly grasp the severity of the ordeals her character was forced to endure.
I lived with him. I know the way his mind works. I know how he likes to hurt people. Did it ever once occur to you that I might have some insight?
To protect herself from distress, she'd spend her time between takes in a deliberately lighthearted mood. Nevertheless, the English actress is certain that she might have to face, quote, trauma symptoms in the future, as she mused in an interview with The Cut.
I've been thinking about it for a few years. This has been not only a family to me, but I've grown up with these people. I've changed so much as a person because of these people.
Notably, Kit Harington, who plays Jon Snow, also struggled with his mental health due to the pressure of GOT fame, even checking into rehab for stress and alcohol use disorder.
Ride south today. If you return to the north, I'll have you hanged as a murderer.
Has a fictional character ever stayed with you longer than expected? Share your stories in the comments.
This is how I say goodbye to everyone now. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah.